at times concerns are raised. When you look at some of these documents, there are concerns. And the concerns are that when you look at a list of special program emergency funds, and you look at approved beneficiaries, and you see certain names here, I think it calls upon the accountant or the CEC Finance to verify some of the information even before it comes back. It's important. When I look at names or in the recipient list as Joe Donde, David Ochieng, Philgono Okundi, Adega George, an MCA, Willis Raburu, a journalist, Joe Ogeyo, I get worried, and Pamela Omino. I mean, these are concerns. These are unsigned, but it's just important, George, when you go back, verify some of these things so that, you know, you don't go through some of these things. Just a good thing. Thank you, Chair.
Mr. Chairman, just on a point of order, I am concerned about some of those names which have been mentioned by my colleague. I don't know whether my colleague can actually read through them, and I don't know whether they are names which are similar to those people. Because if you're talking about, if you're mentioning those names in the glare of camera, those are prominent names which are known in the media sector. So I'm a little bit concerned.
Can I read them? They are here.
Yes.
They are in page 39. You have names of individuals. Joe Donde is at page 7, at number 17. Philgono Okundi is 35, page 40. David Ochieng, 52. Adega Adipo George, MCA for Kajulu, 97. Willis Raburu, 111. Joe Ogeyo is written again, you hear 124. And Papamelo Omino, 159, page 42. These are local names, you know. 159, Pamela Omino, read 159, Pamela Omino. So it's just a good thing to, and because these are not countersigned, these are names that are not countersigned. These are list of emergency beneficiaries who are verified, or the list is approved list of beneficiaries for distribution of food and non-food items. It's just a good thing to confirm that you don't have names written of beneficiaries who do not sign in the end, because these are funds that, you know, when you audit these funds, they're just funds. It's just a good thing to verify these things.
For me, I'm a bit concerned.
I don't want
just allow me 1 second, because I know if you go to Kisumu today, you'll find a dam or lekina.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know whether my colleagues...
Very unlikely you can't.
You know, I'm just concerned because we have ID numbers here. So you know, those names you mentioned, to me, are very... And I'm only saying that because there are cameras here. Those names, if you say Joe Ogeyo, if you say Willis Raburu, you know, it concerns me, and I will not just keep quiet here. You know, I guarantee you, if you go to Narok County today, and even Kisumu County, you'll find Tom Ojienda. Does that mean it is you? I'm a little bit concerned about that.
Just verify so that we have details, so that we don't have a situation where people play games, submit names that you cannot verify, because eventually, and that was a concern about receipts. What is the evidence that the funds were received? There's a list of receipt of goods. That's what the auditor said they didn't receive. So I think when you come back, just verify. It's not you, but the people down there. Let's just verify these things so that, you know, these things don't hang around. Mr. Chair.
You know, I don't, I'm avoiding the risk of going back to this query, because I've already made a ruling that you submit the full details in 21 days verified by the auditor. The auditor will verify some of these issues you are raising, including the names. I'm sure even in Kisumu, if you go there, you'll find an Ososi there.
Mr. Chairman, let George clarify, please.
Yeah. Okay, George.
Mr. Chairman, I think, and thanks for indulgence. There are two things. One is the specific identification is the ID number. But the reason why we really insisted on responding is that even the reading of the names is twisted. There is no such a name here as Joe Donde. The name that is there is Joe Odonde, and that's different. there is no such a name as Joe Ogeyo. The name that is there is Joe Ogeyo. So I think the senator is deliberately misreading names.
Read Willis and the others. Read Willis, Omino, those people are there.
That's why I want to.
Pamela Omino,
I want to avoid the debate on this, because
yeah, I know these people. These are people I know. That is why I'm asking the CC to verify, because I know this. I mean, I'm a resident. I'm an authentic Kisumu person.
Anyway, I think George has said that whatever issue is raised, he can verify, so he can give a report to the auditor and present it to you next sitting.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, first of all, I hope everybody has commented.
yes,
I
it's your
just
turn.
really wanted to thank you for very good chairing of this committee, and I want to thank members for the very genuine issues they have raised. I've sat on that chair 3 times. First in 1994 as chair of the Public Accounts Committee, and then I think twice in the Senate, Public Accounts Committee and Public Investment. So I know the responsibility you bear, Mr. Chairman. So I appreciate very much how you've handled this session. And we in Kisumu County are filial to our responsibilities, and when we come next, we'll definitely respond to the issue of raised. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you, Governor. I want to thank you for responding to our invitation and appearing before us and responding to the issues that we have raised in the audit report. Indeed, Senate, when you are here, they were not able to look at the funds because I think because of the committee was too big. Having to deal with the issues of the executive and the funds was a problem. But now that we have started looking at the funds, we are discovering a lot of challenges. And as we go on, we are trying to address those challenges so that to ensure that the funds really serve the purpose and are accountable and transparent. So that is why we are very keen on the funds. On the issue of late submission of documents or financial statements, the law is very clear, the Public Audit Act, the PFM, that it's an offense on the part of the accounting officer who failed to submit documents in time for audit and financial statement. And the committee has been taking this very seriously. This morning, we decided to penalize the accounting officer for some funds for Nairobi County, particularly the accountant, by deciding to write to the professional body, ISPAC, about their conduct, because the situation was that there were no documents. And the auditor had given a disclaimer opinion. So really, that makes the work of senators very difficult. So the accounting officers who work under our governance, please ensure that documents are submitted to the auditors within the legal time frame, so that you avoid situations like those. Because for us as a committee, we have decided that in that situation, we will go for the accounting officers and especially the accountants, so that we maintain some level of professionalism and we ensure that the law is complied. Most of the queries that counties get are as a result of non-provision of documents. So that must be looked at. So I think we come to the end